Rodgers going to the air to start things out.
Drops it to Jones in the flat. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. To throw is Rodgers.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game. But this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Rodgers.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. That's taken on the 25. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. From the gun, here's Smith. This one into the hands of Metcalf. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
Smith on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to get it back here just past the 35.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start out on the ground with Jones.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Rodgers now to throw.
Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Throwing now is Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack. The kick by Crosby is good, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there the last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
19 Tiger.
Out of the gun, Smith.
He'll get this out wide to Penny.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Devondre Campbell, the one who fought his way in there to make the play. Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Second and 12 now at the 44-yard line.
18 Cardinal. 7 Pirates.
Throwing now is Geno.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
79 Broncos. 18 Pioneers.
A shotgun snap for Smith.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And into the end zone, it's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way to the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
Taken from about the 12. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Looking to throw again on second down. Smith.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
The touch and time here critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Ready.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's Smith. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Ready.
Block it in motion right. They snap it to Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. On first down, Rodgers. This is caught, and it's a Packers touchdown.
Romeo Doubs, 29 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0.
Seahawks, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Come on.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did, but let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro it with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left. That play, simply spectacular.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone, not much more impressive than that. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Rodgers to throw.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Got a man. It's Tunyon. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 32-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Rodgers again now. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Up the middle, Jones. Touchdown, Packers.
Aaron Jones.
32 yards. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Crosby with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Trap 60, trap 60.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Packers pick it up. And some space here. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the 1st down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this.
Touchdown, Packers!
Robert Tonyan from 6 yards away. And the Packers continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
The final shot here before break. Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
A final shot before break. Smith.
Deep ball for Goodwin.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Go! 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Geno now to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 1-yard line.
From the end zone, Smith. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. When you're on your own 1-yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space there. They elect to throw it. It cost them.
You get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone expects you to run it there. Let's take a shot. Let's throw it. Try and create some space, some room. And it went awry, didn't it?
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Hey, 626. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Second down and goal. Rodgers.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves. But we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Another run. Again, it's Dallas.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has now allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith.
And now here is another interception. And the Packers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Rodgers now on first down.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6.
Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This complete to Lockett. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
On 2nd and very short, Smith. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Back to Walker on first down.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 39, Smith going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Again, it's Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. On play action, Rodgers escaping the pressure right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. After the interception, here's Smith. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Geno. He's got a man, complete.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. From the red zone now, Smith. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Al Woods, his 2nd sack of the night. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers throwing left side, and Watson has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Rodgers looking to throw. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. Man open. It's Goodwin. So 5 yards here. 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Smith. Walker with a grab. Left side. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers come up with a late turnover. But it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air.
Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Denver Broncos and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And we are underway from Indianapolis. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 50. First play, first pass for Brady. And incomplete to open things up.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady. A big play there on the catch and run. 83 yards. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. Here's Brady. This is caught. Only a yard of the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. 3rd down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. Again, it's Brady. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans there to make the grab. And the Buccaneers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point up and good by Succa. And it's now a 7-0 game. Ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
first and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos.
At about the 32. They begin the drive with Williams. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Murray. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Here's Wilson.
That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he will have the Broncos first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Levante David in on the tackle.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 35.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 44 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They run from the shotgun with Murray. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And let's see, the Bucs with 6 DBs, so a dime set here on 3rd down. Now Wilson, rolling to his right. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. Decent gain on the scramble at 6, but now it's 4th.
And defensively, they had an extra defensive back on the field, their nickel package, and it made a difference. All the receivers were blanketed, so he tried to run for it, but he came up just a bit short.
The kick by McManus is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete. Throwing is Brady on third down. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Draymond Jones drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 51 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. There's Wilson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by McManus is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks then as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see. He's got a man, complete. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 75 yards. To throw, it's Brady. There's Evans again, complete. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Tom Brady hooking up with Mike Evans there. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead is up to 8. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that. Because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well. All right, if you're kicking field goals, that's great, but your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get sixes. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia, and trying to erase this deficit. The Broncos on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll run here. It's Murray. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
You know I'm old school, so I always want a hammer in my backfield. But in short yardage situations, third down pickups, I got to have him. And he picked it up for him right there.
They go back to Murray on first down. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. They go with Murray again. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get it as they stop him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Wilson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Broncos defense has a touchdown. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now Brady to try again after the pick 6. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Jones will come now in motion right. Throwing on 2nd and long. Brady flushed out right. Airing this one out for Evans. And he fires one that's intercepted. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. They find some open field here. And they get him down, but not
takes it across the 40-yard line.
74 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Carlton Davis picks it.
And the Broncos are going to have it here just past the 25. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Wilson.
Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
On third down, Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. The kick by McManus is good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house from Buccaneer TD.
So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson, he'll drop this down to Williams.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Down. Here's Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Sauber.
He's got the first down, and more than that, he's still on his feet.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 2. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Airing this one out for Evans. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated Bruce. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack.
To throw. Wilson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
2 things you can do in that situation. Run it and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This will be taken at the 10. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now,
he's got a man, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now Brady.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. This one complete to Scott Miller.
And this is going to be another 1st down as they make the tackle at the Broncos' 23.
That's good for a 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing now is Brady. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. Touchdown!
Tom Brady with a touchdown pass to Chris Godwin. And the Bucs have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead is up to 5.
Buccaneers 28.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during this series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
On 1st down, Murray. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 26.
That's good for a Broncos 1st down.
10th carry of the game now, Murray. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Wilson.
Open man, he completes it to Judy.
And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Again to Williams, running right. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Javonte Williams
taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Broncos answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
McManus's point after is good. And the lead is now 2. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Brady will try again on second down. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Brady going to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Miller in motion right. Now Brady. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now Brady got to have this one. Escaping the pressure right. Airing this one out for Evans. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. The Broncos send out their punter now. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Broncos send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this will be blown dead right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This is caught by Evans. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Fournette, a first down carry. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Back to throw, Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Fournette running out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. 9 good yards there on the run, and now third down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
So third down, and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer. On third down, Fournette. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down.
Partner, you get about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to almost certainly win the football game. And the 13-year man puts it through, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. One last shot for Wilson. He's going to let it fly. He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Buccaneers are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Denver Broncos and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. Taken from about the 12. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Fourth down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt.
Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
Bringing the Jaguars up, first and 10.
At their own 23.
Now ETN to start the drive.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
On second and 9, Lawrence.
Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third and 9.
Look at me. Do it.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. And that will be incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
This is taken at the 15. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt.
And it will be first and 10 as they take over.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt, they're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Oh, he's got a little daylight.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Wilson's throw there complete to Hamler.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. They give it to Williams, running right.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Williams going to get it again on second down.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The 22 is the line to gain here on third down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
They run it again with Williams. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
That was second down run for Murray. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sidelines.
Now this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Broncos are on the board first here in Vegas. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that is incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence flush to his right.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. Looking downfield for Jones. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marvin Jones, 43 yards. And the Jags are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Now it's Wilson.
Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Up the middle, Murray. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Well, that's the thing, the beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Murray. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Wilson.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And the Jags are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. He's got room at the 30. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Now Lawrence on 1st down. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley, 28 yards. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Josh Allen from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you, because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the shotgun, Lawrence flushed out right. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. After the sack on first down, Lawrence. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half with the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Wilson on first down. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime. As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
On first down, Lawrence
escaping the pressure right. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see a franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
On first and 10, it's Lawrence. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Throwing again on second down, Lawrence. Man open, here is Jones. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now Lawrence. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Not sure what happened out there, but looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
On second and goal, Lawrence. Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Lawrence will throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence with a hook up to Marvin Jones. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that can make this a three-possession game.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up,
that's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Oluokun. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at the 27-yard line.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence.
eluding the pressure right. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted.
And the Broncos are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
He's been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Here's Wilson to throw. This goes to the tight end, Eric Saubert. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Eric Saubert, 42 yards. And the Broncos are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Nathaniel Hackett told his offense to stay put. They're going for 2.
Wilson going to throw for it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage. Put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look at a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Flushed out right.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And out will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want a carbon copy what happened.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time.
Picked up by Andre Cisco.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, that offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the third quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick 6.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person just ended up in the end zone with the football. He was the one that answered the bell.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken from about the 12. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Josh Allen able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
On third down, here's Williams. And he's got Rome.
82 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Almost back up! Almost back up! Work.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
The offense on third down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Wilson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
At the 40.
Here's Lawrence.
Looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are right back in this football game.
Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, a 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
On first down, Wilson escaping the pressure right.
That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing again here, Wilson. That goes out wide to Murray. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice, safe throw and a good one.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 15-yard line. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. And he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2's not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. And the Broncos are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Well, he does have one touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get on 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here in the next play. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Williams will try again, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Javonte Williams taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point from McManus is good, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They'll start on the ground, Etienne. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Fielded just inside the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This offense, thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
One last shot for Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.